p.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
No. 319.
Right there, 56. All day, dog. Check up.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watch the
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards on the ground.
Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Jets 17-yard line.
No. 319.
Watch the back, watch the back.
Over.
You got time right there.
319.
On second down, it's Lindsay. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Man open, it's Goodwin.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
No. 258. Inside.
Check.
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. One more time with Lindsay. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Phillip Lindsay with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check out. 380. 11 feet.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Derrick Henry takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
You got it. You got it.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Check out. 290.
Like the 59. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Motion.
Hey, check.
Put your hands on it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Dee Ford, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
319. Jump out.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
From the 38, Rodgers. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And 8 yards to go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. On third down, here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
6 guys. Check. All right. Back north. Hey, high 7. Zoom.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a play fake. Rodgers hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 23 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 49 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Bryant's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo? Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Let's go.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mine's 59. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Go ahead. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, check.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. He'll get this one to Patrick. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check. Luck.
Again, Luck. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Check. 59. Hey, watch that.
On second and 11 now. Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Mike, 54. Let's go, baby. Return up
To the 50. Wide left.
Get that ball. Check 43.
Plant.
Motion. Reset.
Hey, Alpha.
54.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Washington Redskins 1st down.
18. 26.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
Look out. Wide, 622.
Watch the slants.
This is Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Check out. Red 80.
Hey, they're scared.
Back to throw. Love. And he's got Gresham. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. The pass rush specialist, Dee Ford, in on the stop. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, check. 59.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Luck. That's caught by Howard.
Easy work.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
59, Mike. Check. 59. Now watch run. Mike's 5'9.
Luck looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Luck now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Mike, check. 12. I'm coming. Mike's 50.
Hey, Echo.
Mike's 59.
Now Luck. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Point after up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Rodgers now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. Hey, black. Check.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now Luck. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. going to go for it here on fourth. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there.
11.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
They are going for it. It's Luck. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They'll run on first down. Montgomery, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Third down.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. 59, Mike. 59. 11 feet.
5.
You ain't doing nothing.
From the gun, here's Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
12.
And what's delay? Mike.
Go.
59.
They're going to go. It's Luck. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Undercrush.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Check 50.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Right.
Check Mike 39.
Hey, check 26.
Go.
Run.
Watch out.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing on second down. Luck. He'll find Metcalf. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down throw. Luck finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
We play to win.
Luck now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Love. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off of play action, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Love. This one complete to Gresham. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a play fake, and it's Love. And caught by Henry.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. About 3 yards there to the 27. The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go on 4th. Luck. And it is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Luck now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
59.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check 15, check 15.
They snap it to Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, you never want to... And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Marquise Goodwin. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Middle.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Got an open man. It's McLeod. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Locke. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
11. Mike 5'9", Strong right. Get in the weight room.
Hey, exit.
Check.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Luck. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
The Jets take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive? He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's Lott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
11 feet.
Now Lott. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul.
And this is caught. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. 2nd and goal from the 1. It's Scarborough again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot.
Hey, I-7.
Here I come. Here I come.
One last throw here for Lott. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins.
We got this.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.